Hey guys, welcome to the Big Fat Chat. My name's Dan. This is Di.
Hello there.
And we've got Trav on again.
Shamai.
Shumai. So if you're listening on SoundCloud or watching on YouTube, please try your best to share us amongst your like-minded friends and strangers on the street.
Strangers on the street. Wait, how are they going to do that? Just walk up with their phone, there you go, look at this. That's a good idea, actually.
Well,
Yeah, go
actually,
do
yeah,
it.
that's what I mean. That's the point.
What we should do is get stickers made,
Yeah, we know.
and then
We know
instead
a
of
guy.
people having to like randomly walk up and ask them to listen to the podcast, they can just stick stickers over them.
What I'm
Here we are.
basically saying in that intro is because I'm saying share it with your
Here's
friends.
one for your fucking forehead.
Share it with your friends and strangers. So it's a long ass way of saying share it with everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
get it.
like share it with like-minded friends and people who might not be like-minded.
Sounds a bit stalky and rapey though.
I don't know why it would sound rapey, but
Well, not rapey, then maybe just stalky.
Well, not really either, because... Well, let's
if
be
it's your
fair.
first,
You
if it's
share
your
it on
first
Facebook.
contact, if it's your first contact with somebody, then it isn't stalky, is it?
Yeah, but if you share it on Facebook, like, I'd say like 50 or like 60% of those people you don't know anyway, so you're technically
Yeah, but-
strangers anyway.
But if I went to like co-op later,
That was a
Which
good
I'm planning
segue
on
into
doing,
Facebook,
right?
there, Trav, by the way.
What's that? Yeah.
Good segue into
but if,
Facebook.
no, but if I'm going, yeah, but hold on now. If I'm going to go,
For fuck's
co-op-
sake.
if
He's
I'm
like a
going,
fucking child.
if I'm going to co-op later, I'm not going to go up to some random person in the frozen aisle and go listen to my podcast.
Nah, but
Well-
what you could do is listen to it loud, like one of those really annoying public people.
Say,
Listen to
do
it
you
really
wanna
loud,
listen?
and then you might,
Yeah.
because they'll hear like a Welsh guy speaking, and like if I hear somebody Welsh on the radio, I'm like, ooh, what's that? So you play it loud, and then they'll go up to you, they'll be like, oh, what are you listening to there? And you go, well, this
Funny thing you ask.
this just so happens to be something
My
that the person
podcast.
on the fucking podcast told me to do, and you've just walked up to me, you know. So I'm gonna show it to a stranger just because he's asked me to, and then that'll spark it up, and you go like, well, if you want to hear about a stranger's relationship, go back to number 1. If you want to hear about fucking kebabs, mate, just hop on number 2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to listen to fucking the suicide of a fucking Mr. Man, episode 4's your boy.
Yeah.
Like we have like a very well. I say we. There's no we. You guys have a good selection of like genres, not genres, but what's it called?
Subject matter.
Yeah, like you can switch
Topics,
back
like-
and forth. You know,
Yeah.
if you're feeling a bit sad, and then go and listen about some suicidal stuff.
I
If you feel a
did,
bit happy, go and listen to Die One in a Duck.
Yeah.
I did listen to I listened back to episode 2 the other day, and that was the first one that me and you did together, Di, and
Yeah.
it was a bit slow to start. I'm not gonna lie, listen to it back now, like it was just a little bit slow.
Yeah,
But,
but at the time you thought it was great though.
No, as it got, because that's a 2-hour one. Like as it gets towards the end, I still think it's really good. Like the you right?
Do you shit again?
I just farted again.
Just fermenting yourself.
Oh.
You're gross.
I had eggs last night as well, so it's
That's good. At least
I'm
go on. No.
no, go on.
Right, we have
go
to
ahead.
explain, because obviously it's quite clear that Di's not in the same room as me today, and it's quite clear that you still got a shit mic.
Yeah.
So like we have to, like, we're probably going to talk over each other because there's a slight delay on the line. Do you know what I
In
mean?
Die's brain.
And yeah,
fuck off.
don't say that to Dialing Ping. That's his famous thing. Like,
That's actually true.
yeah,
That's
What?
that is fucking great.
Yeah.
My brain works faster than yours, and I will say fucking 500 insults before you even come up with one.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
That is.
That was good. That was good.
Hey, there was something I wanted to. About meeting.
the Fockers.
How did I meet Die?
Before
didn't
we
know
go into that,
Go on,
Go on.
go on, Di.
before we go into that, I've come up with an idea to advertise the Big Fat Chat.
Okay.
Was it you sending fart signs out?
Yeah.
Or fart
There
boxes.
was that one. The
Learn how to make your mouth say "big fat chat" when you fart. Like, well, your mouth is essentially a sphincter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a series of muscles that can tense and constrain. So, like, if you could teach your asshole to talk, you could, you could teach it to say "big fat chat" as it farted.
Baby steps, like just that's disgusting.
I sensed that you could probably do the buzz and the fuzz.
You'd need a tongue in there as well. Though,
Would you
wouldn't
be able to?
essentially?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do the chuzz with your bumhole, would you?
Chuzz. The fuzz. What was it?
The buzz, the fuzz, and you can't do the chuzz.
Big. You could do like a big. Like
The-
I think it'll be. I think the podcast will probably be dead by the time you learn to do that. But
yeah.
See, the thing is, now,
the thing is up our bumhole, we don't have a voice box either, do we? So,
well, it's essentially just air, isn't it? So
yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about from an advertising perspective, have you seen those Papa John's guys with the boards that like stand on the side of the road?
fucking
spinning
sign
them
jugglers.
around. Sign spinners, yeah.
Yeah, the ones dressed up as Spider-Man and stuff. Now, we could dress
You're already
Gravy up
halfway
as Spider-Man.
Oh my god, that's a big Spider-Man.
Mate, that's something out of the Spider-Verse that should stay in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that should never come to light, mate.
I think we should do it once.
Shoot it.
Once we should do it.
Kick the thing.
We'll,
Back, you demons, back.
I'd happily pay Gravy 20 quid to wear a Spider-Man costume
Well, the thing is-
and advertise the fucking big fat chat on a motorway.
Or one of the eyes would be all fucked. One eye would be on his calf, and the other eye would be on his fucking shoulder. Like, what do you mean? Like, hey, Spidey, what's wrong with your fucking eyes? Like, nothing. Just freaking out. Yeah, you got a bit of a twitch going on.
Do you know when you try to pack a bag for holidays, and like, and you're packing too many clothes, but you're just jamming shit in anyway. That's like the metaphor for trying to get Gravy into a fucking Spider-Man suit.
90% of that suit would be in his ass. Fuck me. I love you, Gravy.
Glasses on your knee.
We've got a little bit of a live audience today as well, and Gravy's one of them. So like that was brutal. So sorry, mate. Love you.
Oh, fucking it. Yeah, but anyway, since Dai keeps fucking putting me off topic, yeah, I still don't really know
Sorry, I have
how.
to stop you again. Gravy just said that wasn't the kind of mention I was expecting.
But it's better than nothing, isn't it? Let's stop now because I'm feeling pretty good on that today. I could abuse you a bit more, but I won't.
No, we'll chill.
Yeah.
Oh, see, my fucking mind's gone again. No.
No, it's not. We're talking about how me and you first met.
Yeah, I still have no idea.
Right,
I
well-
can't remember properly. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
Didn't you do
Well,
right? We bought.
I'm gonna fucking tell you.
Go on.
Oh,
Right, remember back in the days, now, long before Twitch ever existed, yeah? And we had blog TV, didn't we?
right. Where's before
Uh,
that, man?
No, it used to be
no.
Mr. Pure Man, didn't it?
Me and you,
Ah, yeah.
me and
Oh.
Fat Dan and Mr. Pure Man got into the same Skype. Me and you.
Yeah, we got into the same. We all got into. It was
And
we
then
all got into the
fucking-
same.
What's his name
thing.
kicked us out? Fucking
Carrot.
No, it wasn't Karat. It was what's his name? I still follow him. Why can't I remember his fucking name? Oh, fucking you dirty breeder. What the fuck's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Waffle Leo.
Fucking Waffle. Yeah, Waffle kicked us out because we weren't saying anything.
Oh.
And then you started texting me, or you started messaging me on YouTube, and then we ended up doing some collabos and shit then.
Oh, Fia. Do you remember the Fia collab? That was probably the best one.
Yeah, you brought all your fucking videos down. I went to watch them all, and they're fucking gone.
Yeah, you were probably. Yeah, but then and then.
Are they
what
gone,
was it
gone?
then? They're gone. They're not coming back. They're gone. And then yeah. And then what was it? You done some fucking. You went up in Caerphilly in that sweet shop, didn't you?
You went to that
Yeah,
sweet
I
shop.
still got that photo of me and you.
There's a
Oh,
video.
it's,
Shop.
it's dreadful.
no,
It's dreadful.
Do you know you
And
posted?
we went to the fucking
Oh, yeah,
Eli
no worries,
Jenkins,
no
didn't we?
worries.
Yeah. And then it was like what, pretty much just the same thing. And really, when it was done, we just fucking flew like just flies on shit. Me and Dan were let's do it, boys, girls, to him, and then we went back these like.
Actually, no bullshit. You know, you put Nort's channel in the other day. I started scoping
Yeah.
about Codcam HD, and I found a video
Yeah.
that I don't know if he filmed it, but he's got it on his channel of you two sat down eating fucking food together.
Oh.
In
Oh,
after
no.
with that meeting, you two, you must have gone to a fucking Spoons or something, and you couldn't get a waitress. You just fucking walked out.
Oh yeah, I remember
You
that.
both sat there.
Waitress!
Trav with that
No, don't.
fucking head of hair on him.
No, don't.
I got a wicked
think
picture.
14.
I found a wicked picture as well. I'm gonna put it in the group now. I someone remind me that I have to put this on Twitter as well. But
I still got the one of where. Remember when we went to Eurogame and I woke up the next day, and I'm just walking around with a fucking dick on my head and a swastika on my head. I had no idea. So there's a room full of like 30 people. I'm like 15, and I'm walking around with a dick on my cheek and a fucking swastika on
Look at
my
that
forehead.
photo, boys.
That was a flicker.
Look at that photo.
Ah, fucking
That's
hell.
terrible. I'll have to stick this. I don't know why I'm wearing your. I think that's Di's farmer hat.
Yeah, you are.
That's Di's farmer hat, which has donned my head a couple of times.
Oh, mate, that's some grim photos.
That is a grim photo. That's not even the worst. That's the only.
No, I don't.
That's the
That's
only.
not showing.
That's the only.
Where's the one when I drew eyebrows on you, Dan?
Oh, I don't think I want. Well, it's
Was that
already
you
in
and
public.
Charlie
It's
then?
It's on my Facebook.
I don't think I want that public.
Yeah, it is already. It's already on my Facebook. It's like you can actually just search
That
that.
photo of you now is going as my fucking wallpaper.
Yeah, no, mate, it's fucking humping. That is not a nice picture at all. I really. Oh, wait there. I think,
Oh, what's this?
what's this?
We got
Hold
some
on,
footage.
hold on.
Oh no! Wait, this is when you sneak up the right on me, innit?
Yeah, this is. I drew on your fucking face with this. Right, people can't see this, so I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking actually use. Oh no, I can't. Wait, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
The funny story about this. This was the night we all got drunk, right? Really fucking drunk. And for some reason, I woke up the next morning looking for one of my socks. And I go into the bathroom, and one of my socks are in the bathroom, just in the shower in the corner. I'm like, what the fuck?
How
Just
can I
get
share...
to that.
Right,
Just
I'm
get
gonna-
to bed, fellas. Okay, stop fucking about. That guy.
Oh, fuck, I just put up.
Stop fucking about. Get to fucking sleep, you cunt.
I'm actually sharing my picture on the screen now, so I can.
Well, I'm actually showing you now in the chat my new wallpaper.
Let me
have a
just
look
fucking
at
do this. I know this is the
that.
most.
Have a
Oh,
look
look at baby Schaefer. Jesus Christ. Mate, you in the... Never mind, I don't know. Yeah.
Right, I'm actually showing people
Footage.
the footage
Long
of
lost
Eli.
footage.
This is me and Eli breaking into Trav's room.
Where are you fucking looking at that now?
On YouTube.
It's because I'm recording through OBS, so when the podcast is live, it'll show me drawing something. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Who was that guy, right? Who we couldn't find for ages, and we walked past him like 3 times.
I don't know. But
Terrorizer.
Yes, and we walked past him like 3 times.
did you
mate, and,
retweet
like,
something that he did? Oh wow, there's a caption saying "Just get in a bed, fella. Stop
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
about." This is
Why
so
did you
good.
do it? Why did you do it to me? Out of all people, me.
I don't know, because we had the fucking cushy room, didn't we? So we were like, me,
Yeah, that was a bit
Eli.
of a fucking. That was a bit of a fuck up, wasn't it? We got up there and they put 3 randoms in with us, and then sent the 3 of you in then into a fucking.
I love how
room.
Di's face is blurred as
raped
well.
him. Yeah.
The what?
Your face is blurred.
Mate, I was out cold.
There
I
we
was
go.
fucked up that night.
Job done. I
I'm
enjoyed
pretty
it.
sure that's the night I hit Charlie in the head with a chair. I don't even know why I picked that chair up. I was like, right, I'm moving. I just
fucking-
smacked it in the head.
I really enjoyed Eurogamer. Like, I genuinely think that was a great, but not Eurogamer.
Yeah, we just enjoyed
Yeah, the event. is
everything
shit.
else, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it the first night when we
The
went?
Mad Cats event was fucking
Was-
outstanding.
That's only because we kept coming to you, Di. Give us some more fucking tokens.
Yeah,
Wasn't
you
it?
just robbed
We
a
just
fucking
had like a
meal.
constant stream of tokens.
Yeah.
It was
robbed
just
them.
Darren Browning fuck out the people and just getting rolled.
That was the night. Was it? That was the night you and Schaefer was at a fight with KSI, wasn't it?
Nah, nobody had.
No.
No, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't nearly a fight. It was the year after he'd been banned from Eurogamer for fucking I think he was trying to do something to one of the fucking the pit girls or whatever they're called, but
Yeah.
that he wasn't allowed to, so he was banned from there. So like, he was in that Mad Cats event, Booth Babes. That's thanks, man. So he was in that Mad Cats event, and Shafe just sat down, and for some reason I was just like, I'm gonna film this. So I filmed it with my phone on my lap with Shafe like talking about how like fucking grim it was that he was fucking trying to rape one of the Booth Babes. So I might still have that. video,
Oh,
I
what
don't
was
know.
the word? Oh, you went, oh, that's a bit dark,
That's
isn't
dark,
it?
it is. That's dark. That's dark. So yeah, there was no fights, but it was maybe we could have been the first fucking YouTube fight if we just had a scrap of him. It would have been better.
Yeah.
We should have started. Hey, listen now, right? This is the new thing now with all these YouTube boxing. I came up with fucking UFC, YOUFC, fucking years ago. That was
Right,
my
so-
idea.
right, right.
Yeah,
you
but guess
saying
what? You
you
didn't
created
fucking follow
US.
through like every other fucking idea that you have.
See, we've
I
got so
will
much
say-
potential.
I will say you do come up with some good ideas, right? But you just just don't do it.
No.
Yeah.
No, as in you don't, or like no, as in.
No, I
you don't
agree.
do it.
I totally
Ah,
agree with it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. All right,
Boys,
then, yeah.
I've had the same
What
idea
else
for.
is not left?
Do you know what I've had an idea to do? Like Noah for Christmas has got loads of Playmobil stuff,
Yeah.
and I've been fucking about with like animating faces on Playmobil characters,
Yeah.
and I've got like
Do it.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking in the slightest here. I have got like a script ready for like a police drama made entirely out of Playmobil characters. Do you think I'm ever gonna finish it? No fucking chance.
What you should do
So fucking good. I don't need your help.
is edit us.
I don't need your help. No, no.
What, as in do
Edit
like
us.
a podcast cartoon, like just take the best
Yeah.
bits? Yeah, maybe. I feel like what's his name's already done that, but well, loads of
Who?
people have already.
Ricky.
Ricky Gervais made a whole TV show
Yeah, but it
about
was
it.
fucking Playmobil.
Not Playmobil, but it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Well,
a really
no,
good-
Fucking
it's really good.
Playmobil, isn't it?
And then again, it's just fucking head work, and I'm a fucking lazy
Aye.
cunt. I think that's why this podcast is the best thing for me, because like I could just talk about shit, and then all I have to do is render out two things: one for SoundCloud, one for YouTube, which we are on both, by the way. And then you can just fucking.
Why aren't we on iTunes yet then?
Because I have lethargy issues.
Okay.
No, I could do it now because all I need to do is just go through the RS. I could literally put it on everything now because of SoundCloud, because SoundCloud's got the RSS feed. Like, so I could essentially put us everywhere. So,
Do it then.
Oh, listen to
I will
this.
do.
I got some breaking news for you boys. UFC related to Dan will like this.
Go on.
The husband of Rachel Ostovich, I'm not sure if that's right, but has been arrested for second-degree attempted murder after the UFC fight that was hospitalized following an alleged domestic assault in Hawaii. See, why didn't she just fuck him up?
Who?
Yeah, I'll put it in the.
Yeah. We're just a live news show now.
Well, I'm just trying to bring up another topic because I felt like we
Coming
just...
up
Right,
next.
All right,
is
then. So while we're on the
Brexit.
subject of fucking news, have you seen the latest thing now where some crazy bastard from America has decided now that all babies should be gender fluid?
Babies.
Yeah, and we've got to refer to them as babies now until they are 4. Yeah.
And then
When
you
they're
give them
4-year-old,
that
they can make
life-changing
a
decision.
decision.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
right. Sorry. What?
Yeah, this crazy fucking bitch now from America thinks now that all children until the age of 4 should be gender fluid until
Is
at
this
4. They're in the position then to decide what they want to be. No, I'm not being fucking funny, right? When I was 4, I wanted
had
to
a
be
dick.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to be the fucking Hulk.
No. Female or male, like.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Well, is
just
this
like
person of any of importance, or is it just some random American?
they
Yes.
just randomly come on the fucking news. Opinions on that. She's mad as bag of tits, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy, like.
the
So
fact that
she's-
you have heard about it in Wales is bad. Like, like the fact
Well,
that
exactly.
the fact that it's flown the ocean. Like,
She should be shot then, basically.
well, that's
Moral of the story.
I don't know about that.
I don't.
I feel
well,
like
I
she's
do.
entitled to
do.
her opinion, but I don't feel that
Yeah,
it should.
but I don't think she's entitled to fucking like. I don't get all this gender fluid shit. It's dumb. It's stupid. What do you mean? Like, look, you either fucking have a shalong.
Well,
you
no,
have an
no,
innie.
because you can be male without having a cock.
Right,
It's-
fair
it's-
enough.
it's-
but then
it's-
you're transgender,
it's your
right?
genetic makeup, and
No, but-
and the problem is that you're doing what a lot of people do, and you're mixing up sex with gender. Okay, so basically, in the 1950s,
That actually hurt me, by the way. That actually hurt me.
Yeah.
but go on.
like there's this thing that the gender theory, I think it came about in like the 50s or the 60s, it's around that time anyway, where they said that gender is totally separate from sex, and gender is like your personal rather than your genetic makeup. That's the point. And-
Gender schema theory was formally introduced by Sandra Bem in 1981 as a cognitive theory to explain how individuals become what gendered in society
Gendered.
and how sex.
Gender.
how
You
s-
fucking idiot.
Yeah, but all right.
Wait, shut up. Let me finish. And
Go on,
and
Why
how
are you speaking American?
no, and how
You fucking
sex
were.
characteristics are maintained and transmitted to other members of culture. No.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So gender is kind of cultural. That's the point that they're trying to make. That's
Right, okay, right. So, like, I'm not assuming your gender. I know what your fucking gender is, right? So I
No, I
would
just
refer
changed it,
to the
so-
two of you as he and him, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, and females, she and her,
Yeah.
And then the gender fluid as them and they are.
Yeah, and I'm
But
happy
then
with
this-
that.
I got no problem with that, but when you've got stupid bastards then going, oh, I'm going to make a new one, Zim
Zim
and
and
Yeah.
Zoo
Zer,
and
yeah.
Zia,
Yeah.
it's just like, no, I'm not, I'm sorry. If it offends you, that's your fucking problem.
have
It's not
every
mine.
right.
I'm
You have
not
every right.
learning
Yeah.
all of these stupid fucking terminologies to pacify somebody's stupid fucking belief system.
Well, that's my issue. I don't mind it when it's like a genuine case of like, look, I'm not a fucking, I legit feel like a woman, or I legit that shit. It's fine. But like you said, when you got these guys, actually, there's fucking 5 billion different genders. Like,
And I'm a Demi
die.
boy.
I'm pretty.
Fuck
Isn't there,
off.
isn't there like 71 recognized by Facebook? I feel like I think it's about 71 that, like, if you choose your gender on Facebook, you can choose from 71.
Are you serious?
It's fucking berserk, mate.
I don't believe you.
I feel like I'm not wrong when I say that.
Have you seen that guy that's gone to court
You're actually right.
because he wants to change, because he doesn't
Oh, his
define
age?
himself as a 65-year-old man.
Oh,
He-
shut up.
he defines himself as 45. No, but I mean the thing is really like relevant argument to it is like, well, if I don't sort of recognize myself as a 65-year-old man, what I should have the right.
You senile.
No, but
No,
but he's
no,
right.
no, that's horseshit. No, it isn't right. What do you mean?
No, but no,
That's
No,
like
he-
no,
no,
I'm not.
Trav,
no,
he's
no,
trying
I'm
to
not
say the
saying
same
it's
thing
right.
as you. He's trying to say the same thing as you, but in
Yeah.
yeah.
Essentially, if he's turning around and saying, look, if these people can come around and just like fabricate a particular fucking terminology for a gender and change the gender beyond something what is already in place, then why can't he change his fucking age?
This is what I.
That's
This is where. This is
that's
where I
essentially
see.
what his argument is.
This is what I see, right? I see gender as a societal need, and there is reasons to separate a male and a female genetically, substantially because of medical. So if me as a male, I went with stomach problems, I could be treated a certain way. If a female goes to a doctor's, then there is a whole different fucking bag of shit that could be wrong with her that couldn't be wrong with me because I don't have a fucking womb.
Yeah, based on the fucking physiology.
Yeah, that's where this is where I see a use for sexes, and I see a use for thing because genetically we are different. We're more the same than we are different, but the fact is we have differences genetically, so that's the need for a society to know male and female.
If you're a male or a female, yeah, but we
other
don't need to
stuff-
know
the
if you're
other
a
stuff
fucking
is-
T-woman or a T-man, do we?
The
Like, we don't
other
need to know.
stuff is pointless. Absolutely
Yeah, it really
pointless.
is.
It's just for yourself, and then yeah, okay, cool. But like, what,
Just so you can be different. you
yeah,
know?
and I do understand that like you might feel, you may have lived as a male for fucking 50 years. Like I know somebody who came out in the last 2 years as like he's felt like he was a woman his whole life. Fair enough. But if you went to the fucking doctors, you still need to be treated like a man. If you go in and they're not going to be checking your fucking prostate if you're on their fucking pages as a woman. Do you know what I mean? So like you get fucking prostate cancer, and then nobody finds it because like
you identify as a
in the
female.
world that these people are trying to create, they're saying that there shouldn't be any remnants left of the fact that he used to live as a man. He should 100% be accepted and
Yeah, but
societally like treated like a woman. Do you know what I mean?
I totally understand that, right? But see
I just think that's absurd.
but see the most simplistic element.
I'll be
of
right back
it
in a
is,
sec.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
He's got to empty the freezer. Have we gone to clean the freezer?
He's gone. He's muted.
Ah, right. Yeah, so like when you look at, I've got no fucking problem. Everybody is entitled to individual choice of how they want to live their lives.
Most definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've got no problem with an individual's sexual preference, whether they want to sort of portray what gender they are. Yeah?
Yeah.
No matter, everybody has got the right to individual choice, but when it starts going down this nonsense road of thinly veiled offence,
Yeah.
for the sake of being offended, then I have a problem with it. Because then these people turn around and scream offence, like that should make any difference to us.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like they say, right, okay, this is my opinion. You shouldn't be like, we shouldn't have anything like we shouldn't have an issue with their opinion because it's their opinion, but their opinion is affecting how I can express my opinion.
Yeah, but see, that goes both ways then, doesn't it? If we shouldn't have a problem with their opinion, then they shouldn't have a problem with our opinion.
And they shouldn't be saying stuff like a child. Like, as soon as you bring a child into it, it bothers me, because I watched that documentary about Americans, pretty much. They were all Americans, and they all had this one thing. They were all sticking their kids on like hormone, like the blockers to stop them from going through puberty.
Yeah.
And you're fucking with a kid, man. They say like 75% of kids that have those feelings will grow out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you're just destroying that kid's fucking childhood by not letting them go through.
Yeah, because they see that as what they're going through is wrong.
It's fucking crazy.
You
shouldn't allow a kid to have fucking surgery to realign their gender. Like at the end, do you know what I mean? Like, if I acted on impulses that I was a kid, I'd be fucked. No, do you know what I mean?
I'd be a fucking chimpanzee.
I'd probably be in jail. No,
I'd just be a fucking chimp.
I'm not even joking, right? Do you know, like, I was thinking about bringing this up the other day, right? And I, like, I've never actually spoken to anybody about this. Like, nobody in my whole life knows. But like, some of the things that I used to think about when I was a kid, like, they didn't worry me then because I was a kid. But like if I look back now, fuck me, man, I was a mental cunt when I was a kid. Like, I used to think about kidnapping someone when I was like 14 or 15 years old. Maybe not 14 or 15.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, and I genuinely believe it, right? What you've got to look at is when we're around about that age.
Should I have been allowed to kidnap somebody because I felt like that when I was 14 years old? I wanted to kidnap somebody.
Can you just fill me in real quick?
We've just found out that Dan is a bit of a fucking...
I was 100% lined up to be one of those motherfuckers that just...
What's his name now? The fucker that put them in the fucking cellar?
Fritzl.
Fritz. He's a bit of a fucking Fritzl in the making, like.
I was, though, that's the thing. And I used to... Do you know when Ed and Senna died?
Yeah.
The school phoned my mother and came in to come into the school because I was drawing pictures of Ed and Senna's fucking body being dragged from the wreckage of his car and stuff.
What the fuck?
But what I'm trying to get at now... what I'm trying to get at now is like...
Everything makes sense, no?
Nothing that I did as a child shouldn't have been acted on then. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm 30 years old now. I've grown out of that shit now. So
yeah, but see, this is the thing with it, right? When you're at that age, there becomes an overlap, right, and an imbalance with your intellectual maturity,
yeah,
and your emotional maturity. Yeah,
you're getting smarter on paper, but the world is still a fucking.
But the emotions are not in place. Do you know what I mean? So like, obviously, the older that we get, then we balance out for best part, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's like we intellectually understand what's going through our head, but we can't emotionally relate to it.
Yeah. But that,
in a really convoluted way.
That's where the problem is lying then, though, isn't it? Why the fuck would you ever give that kid a choice to change their sex, so have a realignment surgery that will affect the rest of their lives? You don't let a fucking 14-year-old make that decision. You just don't.
Well, no, when you can't make rational decisions.
No.
Well, what age do you think it should be then? Because what, like, either way, you're gonna.
I do not think at 18 or 19 I had the capacity to make decisions that would affect the rest of my life. I still don't think that at 19 I thought I was. But
but this begs the other question, then, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Well, as soon as the expectation is, as soon as you're into adulthood,
yeah,
you have capacity.
Well,
yeah, that's why they've got
don't feel like
in place.
I'm 22 now, and I'm only just started to feel like I'm actually taking control of my life.
But you know what you're gonna do when you're turning 30? You're gonna look back and think, I was a fucking mong when I was 21. You're gonna think I do. I walked around like I was the fucking boy. Like, I thought I was more intelligent than everybody who I knew. Like, do you know what I mean? And no.
I
I'm
will
looking
say
back-
I am 90% more intelligent than the people I know, other than you guys. But go on.
Yeah, but that's just an unfortunate place, like because
No, that's just arrogance.
You
That is.
grew
That's
up
just
in a
me
fucking
being
quarry.
a fucking. In a fucking shack with my
Stig
fucking
of the dump.
hillbilly-
Stig of the dump was the smartest person he knew as well.
But yeah, so why were you drawing those back to the
I
child?
don't know. Well, I
The only dark thing I've ever done, right, when I was a child, was cutting off a slow worm's head. And
that was like the basics, isn't it? I
yeah,
think
but that's
like
about
a-
as dark
that's-
as I went. Like.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah,
of
but
somebody
see, like
growing up in
they'd
the
say
90s.
then, wouldn't they? They'd argue the case that that would be like a little psychopath in the making, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because that's what they think, don't they? They think if you fuck around with animals when you're younger or anything like that, like they think you're a psycho. Maybe I fucking am.
You don't know
Yeah,
yet. You haven't fucking
No.
developed into
I
it.
haven't switched yet. I mean,
They're
I,
a
like,
taste for it, yeah, do it?
yeah, I haven't smashed somebody's head and seen a bit of blood.
Yeah, but no, I think like I saw Ayrton Senna die. My dad was a massive Formula One fan, and so he crashed the car on TV, didn't he? So like they covered it all up, blah blah blah. But for some reason, I filled in the blanks when I was a kid, and I basically drew the picture if there wasn't any covers there. For some reason, I don't
do
even
you
know.
think that's like any like? Do you think that any psychopath fucking trigger things?
I think I was a mental.
Or
little
do you think
cunt,
it's just
yeah.
you're just your imagination?
Well, no,
I
because
think it's imagination. I do.
I
I
thi-
think
yeah,
it's
but that-
what a lot of what you see. You've probably seen maybe a horror film on TV or something, and
Maybe.
it's just made things go that way. That doesn't mean that you're a fucking psychopath.
why did I keep
just
on
made through-
fantasizing about fucking kidnapping somebody then?
Yeah, you might have just seen the fucking film
It was mental.
and thought.
I'd say
yeah,
that's pretty psychopath.
Yeah,
really,
no,
like.
but this is the thing. It wasn't like a passing thing. It was probably like I can't remember it fully, like, but it was probably you're talking maybe 6 or 7 months of like once a week, just like planning in my head what I would do if I was going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's fucked, mate.
No,
that
it's
is.
mental. This is my problem. It is fucking mental.
That's
but-
fucked.
It's mental, and I was just thinking of like where could I go to not get found, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I would start
Well, so
building
you
this
would- you-
elaborate
the-
fake plan of kidnapping somebody.
And how old were you at the time?
Oh, I don't even know. I was probably like double digits.
yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? And this is how our imagination.
That's some
So,
hotel bait
If
shit.
you've ever watched an episode of CSI or you've ever watched an episode of Criminal Minds, then after you watch that episode, there's a very high likelihood that a lot of that's going to ruminate around in your head, and you will have a fleeting thought going, well, if I was going to do something like that, how would I conceal it?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
That
that
doesn't mean that
yeah,
you want to
but
that's
actively do
fleeting
it.
though.
A
Yeah, but
passing thought is
you
a
just
passing
said that,
thought
you
is
fuck-
fine, yeah, but like do you not
he's
think that's
fixated on it. He
to
fixated on it for a couple of
fixate
weeks.
is a perfect
Yeah, but
word.
yeah, but you're not fucking listening to what I'm saying.
Well, we did. You
Is-
said
is
fleeting. Wrong.
No, a fucking thought. I'm not
You're wrong.
fucking wrong. Let me continue with what I'm saying.
Okay,
Correct yourself first.
I'm not correcting myself because I'm still
Well, I
going to go on
corrected you
to what I
anyway.
need
Shut
to
up.
say.
Go on, continue.
go on.
So, you imagine now if you've got somebody who watches these shows regular, right, and it becomes a fixation. It's got a massive potential to become a fixation. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
he's fucking doubled it.
go beyond the point of becoming a fleeting thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, you imagine now how, sort of, with like I suffer with anxiety and I suffer with OCD,
Hmm.
and I get intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the first thing that I try to do, or I tried to do in the past, is when I had these intrusive thoughts. Obviously, I don't want these intrusive thoughts to be there, so I'm going to do everything within my power to fucking switch them off. But essentially, what I'm doing is just continually reminding myself of these intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel like this is.
So
two
that
different
is my
topics.
point. Well, it's not two different topics, because you imagine if you're putting something to the forefront of and telling yourself, I shouldn't be thinking things like this, then you naturally go into.
Mm.
But I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't.
make it fucking sense now.
Yeah, but he didn't say he's sitting down watching CSI for 12 hours a day and thinking, right, I can get away
I
with
just
it.
used that as an example.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
I
that's
used
try-
right.
that as an example of something
Right,
being
okay.
in the forefront.
Right,
Right.
I've watched some fucked up shit in my lifetime, right? And I don't,
Yeah.
I haven't, like, I'll be honest with you, Dan, I haven't gone about fucking like an elaborate plan. Like Dan is saying here now, he literally come up with an elaborate, like he had everything planned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's not normal.
You're missing my point. You're
No,
totally
I'm
missing the
not.
fucking point. You are. From the perspective of an intrusive thought.
I
You
didn't.
may
Try,
not
I
be-
didn't once try to suppress it though. That's the thing. That
No,
I,
no,
like,
no,
I
no,
was
but
kind
this
of.
is the thing.
I was kind of
This is the way
enjoying it.
they work. Yeah, but,
That's
yeah,
even
but
worse,
see-
man.
No, I
Shut
know,
up.
but there's
know.
an element of, you will have an element of suppression in place, but then you've got an element of fucking curiosity in place as well.
I
And
still think
these
it's weird.
conflicted fucking thoughts.
The only thing that stopped me was the fear of being arrested. That was like the only thing that stopped me when. Like,
Yeah, but
You
yeah,
are a
but-
fucking psychopath,
yeah,
man.
no, but this is my thing. This is why I've never, ever spoken to a single human being about this.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like-
the fantasizing part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why are people fascinated as much as they show disgust? If somebody shares a fucking Facebook fucking video of somebody getting their heads cut off, the majority of people will watch it.
Yeah,
Why do you think that is?
I'm
This
like,
is fun.
It's curiosity. It's human curiosity. That
Curiosity
doesn't mean
being
that we want to replicate it.
I did.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is the thing.
I think it's two different standards. Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on half of it. Like, yeah, if you're sitting there watching fucking, if you're
Why are
again,
people
a feed of
fascinated
it.
with watching videos about fucking
because we're a
serial
because we're a sick, twisted fucking bunch of things. Well, no,
Yeah,
that's a
all
different
right,
thing,
yeah, but
though, see?
But it's
I'm-
not.
I'm
Right.
very like, for me with serial killers, like I watch a lot of that shit and I find it interesting because I like
Yeah, but
how
why do you find it interesting?
I find it interesting because I like how their mind works. But the difference
Yes.
between me and Dan is this kid was fucking like, you weren't, for me, right? Dan, you weren't sitting around watching CSI, right? You didn't get any fucking.
No.
There wasn't a trigger other than the
Well,
guy.
no, there
fucking
may have been.
crashing,
There
right?
may have been. There
Yeah,
may
but
have
you
been
don't know if there was a trigger.
Yeah,
or
no,
not.
there may have been like a subconscious trigger, 100%. But
Well, I'm
what
assuming the trigger was the guy crashing. That was my, that's what
this no, no. There's years between this. When did Ed and Senna die? He died fucking. He died when I was young. Like, I was drawing pictures like when I could only just hold a fucking pencil. Like, do you know what I mean? When Ed and Senna died, I got a feeling it was really early 90s. I might be wrong, but I just saw a thing of Ed and Senna dying, and then I don't know why they were both put in the same thing. But like, what I was trying to say is, like, as a kid, like, I was doing stuff that weren't. Do you know, like
a normal kid
like,
wouldn't
yeah,
do.
don't
like,
give me fucking decision making right now because I'm drawing pictures of dead fucking Formula One drivers and also planning how I'm gonna kidnap your fucking kid. Like, do you know what I mean? No, but like, as fucking mental as it sounds, is what I'm saying is, like, I've grown out of it. It like,
Yeah,
it
but
isn't
like-
there
it's
anymore.
like-
Do you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah,
and I
but
grew out
let's
of it
go
quickly.
back to what I just said about intrusive thoughts. So you're going to have intrusive thoughts like that potentially as a child, which may not be conscious intrusive thoughts,
Yeah,
but they can be subconscious intrusive thoughts. Now, this is where the fucking the imbalance comes into play, isn't it? Because you've got these intrusive thoughts in place, but you haven't got the emotional intelligence to really work out what the fuck is going on. As adults, we can rationalize why we will have potentially like horrible thoughts
yes,
Uh,
to the best of our ability. Yeah, it's like if anybody's ever like suffered with anxiety, they'll be able to relate totally to what I've just said.
Yeah, I mean, I just still think it's a bit fucking scary, Dan. To be honest.
Yes, but that's my, the point I was trying to make is these people are letting people of the same age where I was thinking about kidnapping somebody, they're letting those children make decisions that are going to affect the rest of their lives by letting them have hormone replacement and surgery to realign their sex to fucking either chop bits off or add bits on, and like that's
I mean-
that is what I'm saying is, like, at that age, obviously not
They're not-
everybody
they're not
is as crazy
They're
as
not
I
in
am.
that. The mindset is too fragile.
It's not right. Like,
And
they
too
don't understand.
changeable.
They don't understand the feelings that they're feeling, and then during those times, that's the worst time where you can make a decision that affects your whole life. That's why they say, like, it's the same thing as don't make a decision in anger. Do you know what I mean? Like, ponder on it.
Well, The
and
thing
then-
is, your body's like still develop. See,
yeah, that's what I mean. They fuck their whole body up. They take they
yeah,
take
it's like
the what's it called? The
you're
hormones to
stumping it, or
stop
you're just fucking it in a whichever way you want. See, I think it's a hard thing. Like, what age would you say then? Okay, so your body die wilderness. When is your body stop?
It's
Like
25, isn't
maturing?
it?
25. So would you say that's when you could fucking start making your
But
change?
that's your
or what?
body developing.
Well, I mean, realistically, the
Well,
minute
no,
that
and
it-
your
the
mind though. No, it's your chemicals. Like like that's where that's your fucking chemical imbalance, right? With like you're still fucking your brain up if you start taking hormones. Yes or no?
Yeah,
Dad?
but see, the thing is if you've got an individual like a male, a boy, right, who hasn't even gone through puberty, so you can't even factor male hormones.
No.
So how the fuck does this individual know what they're feeling hormonally until fucking hormones are in place?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've got somebody that hasn't even gone through maturity, so they're not even fucking producing testosterone, So they don't even know what it's going to fucking be like and how that's going to change their mindset. Why would you then suppress the fucking hormones before they've even fucking kicked in?
Yeah.
So, moral of the story is
It makes no sense.
don't cut your dick off until you're 21.
Well,
No,
look,
this is the
there's a
thing.
common fucking thing with regards to it. I'm gonna like touch on it briefly with regards to like there's the principle of male testosterone, yeah. And they say that it's pretty much primed while you're around about like 18 to 25, and then after that, then it starts to dwindle off, yeah.
Yeah.
So like by the time a male gets to 40, he's got significantly less testosterone potentially
Yeah.
than he did when he was 20.
Do you think that
No.
I don't want to interrupt you, but do you think then that that's why a lot of men do it later on in life, or do you think that that's just not linked at all?
Do what later on in life?
Like a lot of the
I'm gonna go shit
transgender male to females that I know in real life, all say that they felt it their whole life, but didn't come out and didn't start actually living that life until they're past their 50s.
Well, we're talking about a different thing then. We were talking about the sort of.
But do you think that the lack of testosterone?
Link and way.
Do you think that the lack of testosterone in their bodies makes it easier for them to kind
Well,
of?
it's going to be easier for them to transition.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be like the psychological effect of it as well. You look at what a woman goes through when she's going through a period.
Yeah.
The hormone imbalance that comes into place then, and how much that will affect a woman psychologically. So there has to be some form of link, without just going into it too deep and becoming endocrinologists in 5 minutes. Like, I wouldn't want to say much more. I don't know, but it's really, it is an interesting fucking theory.
Yeah, because
But if we could get somebody with a little bit more knowledge on the subject,
I'd love to.
that would be like really interesting. I'd really fucking like to hear their thoughts on that.
Yeah, so basically my right, this is going to sound thing, but he's basically my uncle. It's my mother's brother-in-law's brother. It's my
Right, okay.
my uncle's brother.
Yeah.
Brother inverted commas came out, I think it was last year, saying that he's literally, like, his whole life he's known he was a woman, and I think he waited for his dad to die to come out. So his dad dies, and then all of a sudden, he's ready to live this other life. Do you know what I mean? But you're talking fucking late 50s, maybe touching 60.
Yeah, but you've also got a factor as well. It's like he waited for his dad to die. So I mean,
it could possibly have
was
been.
that a factor as well?
I know
I
he's
don't
having.
think there's any right or wrong with it. See, and I don't. Different people, different.
If you
fucking
think about
reasons.
the time where his old man would have been alive, though, or like this type of thought, I think like now that we're coming into we're more progressive as a general society. Anyway, I feel like we might be going a bit too far in some cases, but like,
Do you think that really?
gays have never. What do you mean? Yes, as a society, we are 100% more progressive than
In
25
which
years
sense
ago.
though?
our
in
thought process.
positive and negative ways.
If you think about like the rights that gays have now,
I'd say only in specific scenario for specific things. Yeah, I don't think in general we're
I
more of
think generally 100% as a society this is the best. Well, like, you always are at your best pretty much, to be fair, but like the way that gays are treated in general, I'm not saying that there isn't homophobia, I'm not saying that there isn't racism, I'm not saying anything like that, but
Yeah.
as far as like societal constructs and like the getting the vote for gay marriage, again, we're all generally just more accepting of the different now than any generation before us. So
yeah, I think I'll agree with you there.
so
Yeah,
what I'm
okay.
saying is, like, he's fucking 60 himself, so he didn't even grow up in this generation, but he's had a feel for this generation's like openness for change, and his own man
But
had fuck
I
all.
think that's a little bit of a different scenario from somebody wanting to change the gender.
No, but
Because-
what I'm talking about is the pressure from his own man. Like, if
Well, yeah,
if
that was
Noah
probably
if Noah came to me,
the most impacting thing.
if Noah came to me in 20 years and he said, "Dad, I feel like I've been a woman my whole life," like I wouldn't like it, but he's not going to grow up thinking that his dad is going to turn on him for any reason, like 100%. You know what I mean? He's
No.
not going to worry that if I go to my dad and say that I'm gay, I'm going to be chucked out, I'm fucked. That doesn't exist in his life. But growing up with a father where you do have that fear, it could 100% have a knock-on thought to be like, fuck, I can't come out. I have to live this life for 50 years, 50, 60 years, because my dad is going to turn on me, and he's having trouble with his mother. She's coming round a little bit now, but she's of that old school generation where gay, fucking back in the day, it would have just been, you're a tranny, do you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. And maybe that's the thing that just stopped him from living the life that he should have. Like, imagine the regret now he's feeling, not living the life that he feels that he should have lived, and he's fucking coming to the end of it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's lived 3/4 of his life. So, yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, I just feel like...
I mean, society has changed in that sense. I mean, fucking hell, it was only like 20 years ago that people were still calling people puffs and stuff.
It's crazy. And you're talking like 60 years, probably. 60 years where there's just been like just this massive progressive shift in the way that we look at other human beings.
Yeah, but what do you say? We've discussed this before. Would you say that is clearly different in different parts of the world?
Yeah, I don't think...
What I standardly find is where you've got, like, America is massively sort of, like, dominated by religion.
Yeah.
Now, and I was watching something on YouTube yesterday, and it was on the subject of gender realignment, yeah? Now, there was a singer, in fact, she was on the Ellen Show and Oprah and shit years ago when she was, like, really young, but, like, fucking awesome singer, yeah?
Yeah.
You talking, like, could get up on stage at the age of fucking 11 and hold her own with fucking...
We lost you, mate.
Absolutely you lost my... What?
We lost you, Anne.
voice.
Yeah, you have to... I think you need to either sit close to the mic or turn your sensitivity up.
Yeah, essentially, like, when she was around about 11, she got up on stage and held her own with, like, Celine Dion. She was that impressive a singer. Now she's gone through gender realignment surgery.
Can't sing at all.
And, well, he is still a... Well, this is the fucking thing about it, right?
Does he sound like a what?
Well, you've got an individual who was an exceptional singer,
yeah,
fucking massively exceptional, to now being what a lot of people are deeming a substandard karaoke singer.
Yeah.
But what I found shocking about it was how much people's comments on the videos were sort of like dictated by religion. This is wrong in the eyes of the Lord. God give you a gift, and you've squandered your gift. Well, people are entitled to fucking think that. If, like, yeah, she had an amazing voice, and now she's gone through this thing, and she hasn't got what some people would class as a gift, as much of a gift as was in place before.
So what would you call it? You'd say he, no, yeah. So does he regret? Is there any sign of regret that he's lost that because of the change, or
no? Because it appears that as an individual,
like, just happier
than he was.
Yeah. So fuck him, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, it is that. And do you know what I mean? People will have these initial thoughts and think, fucking hell. Even I did. I thought, fucking, her voice was impressive, really fucking impressive.
So what? This documentary was about. This documentary was about.
Documentary. You can just, like, I can't remember her name now. She's from fucking, I can't remember where it is, Shireen Pempuego or somebody.
Yeah.
And now he's changed his name to Jake Zyrus.
Jig Zyrus.
Jake Zyrus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But, like, I mean, yeah, I even thought to myself, but who am I to judge? I can still have my own opinions. I was massively impressed by the voice that was in place before.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm critical of the person as an individual. I can still be very critical of somebody's voice because it's changed.
Yeah.
It's like some singers that we've listened to over the years, they've done something and their voice isn't as good as it was, and we're quite within our rights then to go, well,
Cheryl Cole
voice in comparison is shit to what it used to be like.
Yeah. Did you see X Factor with Cheryl Cole on the other day?
No.
Horrendous, mate. It's bad that, like, the celebrity that comes on has got a worse voice than everyone who's competing. Like, it's
crazy.
Terrible. But yeah.
But I tell you what I watched the other night. A Star Is Born.
Is it any good?
I cried my fucking eyes out.
I heard it was really good.
I bawled like a fucking baby watching it. It's absolutely outstanding film. I was sitting down with my missus. She looked at me. She's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" She said he didn't even fucking cry when the kids were born.
Did you see the interviews with Lady Gaga though? And she did that really weird cringe thing where she said the same thing in every interview. And they did like a supercut. She's like, it only takes there could be 100 people in the room and 99 of them don't believe in you, and Bradley Cooper was my one person who believed in me. And then you hear that, you think, oh, that's that's nice.
That's nice. And then says it again.
Then 11 interviews later, she said every single 11 interviews in a row, she said the same fucking thing. And it's like, okay,
they
babe,
did the
it's
Vin
lost
Diesel
its
cut of
polish.
that. Look at the Vin Diesel one. They did like a super cut of it. And he just said the same thing about 90 times.
Oh, it's fucking absurd, man.
But what you've got to appreciate is these people are doing fucking probably 20 interviews a day.
They got such a weird lifestyle. In a weird how us general society would look up to oh, I'd love to live that life. But then you got half of these celebrities who deep down they come out
Just
and say they hate it. They literally hate the lifestyle they live.
Well, that's why they all fucking kill themselves.
Yeah,
Imagine
weird.
living a life, right, where you walk down the street and then there's a picture of your wife's fucking stretch marks, and it's like, why are you doing that? I hate the intrusive nature of the celebrity press.
The
anyway.
thing that bothers me the most is the press. If you watch I watched a montage, but a compilation of celebrities getting pissed off at people taking photos, and the stuff they do, man, literally running out in front of their cars and shit, and there's 50,000 just flashing at their cars, and I'm surprised how half of them don't crash half the time.
Who was it? It was fucking Kim Kardashian, and she's like, "Can you move away? I can't get out of this car."
Yes, because the fucking
Why are
press,
you there?
the press know
Because
the law, and they know that how far you can press it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
but
think
she
it's
was
great.
basically saying, the minute I get out of this car, my skirt's gonna ride round, and they're gonna take my minge,
Yeah.
So she had to stay in the car because they wouldn't move.
It's a joke, innit?
It's weird,
Yeah.
man.
And then people are like, yeah, but they're paid millions. It's like, nah, mate, they're not paid. They're paid because of a talent for the most part.
Yeah.
Obviously not the Kardashians, but they're paid because, if you're an actor,
I'd say she's got some talent.
yeah, she
But
takes that
hasn't, though.
dick. No, but, yeah, but no, for the most part, celebrities, it's becoming less and less at the minute. But celebrities are famous because of a skill. Whether you're a singer, you're an actor. So why does being an actor mean that other people get the right to just invade everything, fucking climb through your bins, go through all types of shit, and you can't have a second to yourself? So I wouldn't mind internet fame. I wouldn't mind kind of being famous enough that people knew me online and that. I wouldn't mind that, but what I would hate is that super fame. Where
you can't even leave your house,
like the Kardashians, unfortunately, how they got so famous for being useless, I don't know, but millions and millions of followers on every platform, and they can't live their life without anything. Literally, there's a Snapchat that's I think it might be the Sun, that's literally all Kardashians all the time. Do you know one of those Discover things?
I think one of the best examples of a guy who's dealt with fame perfectly is look at Keanu Reeves, dude.
Yeah, you
that
don't
guy
hear
is
from
probably
him.
the most humble. He doesn't he keeps himself really private. I don't know how he does it. I mean, well,
it's because if any press get on his fucking land, he fucking shoots them 18 billion times in 2 seconds with 3 different guns. Fucking John Wick.
And also, what's it called? You see, fucking.
He's fucking John Wick, they know better.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's just a really nice guy as well. What's it? There's videos of him on the train stations and shit.
Yeah,
and
and
seats up and and he don't I don't know. He's just human.
He hasn't let the fame.
He hasn't let the fame. Yeah.
The fame inflate his ego, and I think I would.
But here's a question then, right? As an example, The Rock, right?
Yeah.
One of the highest paid fucking celebrities in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't tend to see it a lot with him, and I don't know whether that's because he's always got time for the press.
Yeah.
You will always give them a little bit of time, so they don't feel as
they
if
don't feel like they have to chase it. Yeah.
Because you never really see a lot about him.
I think people are scared of him, to be honest, man. His arms the size of their fucking leg. Come on now.
The ball wins, man.
And I think he's just like he's one of those another Keanu characters. I think
He's just
I think
humble and down to earth, isn't he?
he
Nice
can just
guy.
deal with it. Yeah,
I
he
feel
just
like
seems like a
he's-
really
yeah.
genuine, nice guy.
He
like.
might not be, but like the feel that I get about him is just he
Yeah,
just
it's
seems
that
like a
he's
nice
really-
guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I was like any like footage I've seen of him in there, like he's like buying fucking friends or just people like Land Rovers and shit. Like he just seems like.
That was fake, I think.
Do you reckon?
Maybe I think it came out that it was fake. I might be lying, but I don't.
Oh, and then what was it like you see of him? Like what was there was videos of him visiting his fucking.
I think if I had fuck tons of money, I would just buy people shit.
I honestly would. To be honest, I think the first thing, like I said, if I ever won the lottery, the first thing I do is probably buy like half the people I know a fucking house or something.
Or the first thing I do is get rid of my debts, and then maybe I think about other people.
I haven't.
Well, here's an interesting thought, Dan. Is
What?
that a really selfless act then, though?
What?
Well, it's you just fucking won it, so why not?
Yeah, but it's not a selfless act, is it?
Well, fixing his debts.
Yeah, but it's not selfless.
Oh, I never
but
said
maybe.
that. No, I'd
no.
be selfish as fuck.
No, but that's
first
what
of
I'm
all.
asking. No, what
right,
I mean is, we were talking about this the other day, Dan, weren't we? I
Yeah.
think we spoke about this, and one of the things are things that we truly do in life totally selfless acts.
Oh yeah, it was about bullying. That was about going to speak to Damien. We were talking
are
about
they selfless
'cause I
acts?
said-
Are
yeah,
the
'cause
things
I
that
said
we
it would
do
probably
'cause
be-
we get the benefit. We get some emotional benefit from it. So it does a truly selfless act. Actually
Well, I
exist.
was watching Friends. You got this from Friends, didn't it?
No,
What?
I don't.
Well, I was watching Friends.
No, yeah, but it's a
No,
very,
no,
very
let me
similar
finish.
thing. No, yeah, carry on.
It's on what's it? I'll just fill you
With
into the
Phoebe.
details. See, this is where it comes from with Phoebe and Joey, and he's like they can't find a real selfless act, like a good selfless act.
Yeah.
Like what she tries everything, and she just can't because then she's like, if you feel any emotion to it, then it's not really like a selfless act, right?
No.
So I don't. Yeah, I don't think that is. I don't think there's any way there's like a true form of like a selfless act because either way you'll feel some sort of like an emotional tie
Yeah, but
to
who
it.
is
Either you
who
feel-
is saying that it isn't selfless if you feel an emotion to it? I think a selfless.
Phoebe.
If you,
well,
no, but yeah,
yeah, Phoebe.
No, but
yeah.
if you're
Well, no, the thing is,
if you're not doing it for that feeling, then surely it is selfless.
Well, no,
Just
the-
because
the
that feeling is a
scenario was-
byproduct of you doing it. If you weren't doing it with that feeling in mind, then I think it's selfless.
right.
Yeah.
No, the scenario is that like she'd do a good act, like but she couldn't feel good about it. You know, otherwise it wouldn't think. So every time she'd do something, she'd start feeling good about it. So then she tried to ignore like okay, I won't feel good about it. So like she'd be like, oh no, I don't feel good about it. But like I think it's true.
Yeah, but
almost
that's just bad testing methodology. That is.
Well, is it though? Well, okay,
Yeah,
name one selfless
because-
act you've done then.
I'm-
That
I'm-
you've had no emotional tie
It
to.
doesn't. Yeah, but that's where the problem lies. Is because that is what you're judging the selflessness on. I think if you are doing something without,
But you're still making yourself feel better.
but
right?
if you did it without the intent,
The
if you did it
intention,
without that
yeah.
intention, if you did it for a reason that was selfless, then that's perfectly fine. If you did it like these people who like go and find a homeless person, buy him fucking Nike Airs and a blanket, and take him to a hotel room for 3 nights, give him a shave and film it all, that's not selfless. But if I went up to a homeless man and I genuinely saw that he was struggling and I just thought I'll give him a tenner, then that is selfless because I didn't do it for fucking Facebook fame. I didn't do it to make myself feel better. I did it because I saw a person in need and I felt that something that I did could have done.
But I feel like
better.
almost 100% within like the next 10 minutes, I feel good about that.
You would, but that's just a byproduct of being selfless. It's not. That doesn't make it not a selfless act, is what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
That's the. I think
I'll
the
agree.
logic on Friends
I'll
is
agree.
flawed. What are you laughing at?
I know, it just popped into my head since Di brought it up the exact same way as Phoebe did. So it's like,
I
watching
think-
fucking Friends.
I
yeah.
think that is.
Yes.
I think that it's a flawed methodology in the testing. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you there. I mean, yeah.
If you do it for the feeling,
If you do it for the
if you do
thrill,
it for
like, if you do it for the emotion,
yes,
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's not selfless. I understand. I get that, but I don't think that just because there's a happiness as a byproduct from it, I don't think that stops it from being selfless. That's my input,
alright.
and I
Yeah,
think it's
alright.
the most logical one.
I'll agree with you there, mate. I'll give you that one.
So what's Di laughing at then?
I just wanted to see what you both thought.
No, you see, watching too much Friends. That's the first thing that popped into my head as soon as he brought it up. You've been watching fucking Friends or something.
I didn't get it from Friends.
Yeah, that's what you instantly went Phoebe.
I haven't seen this episode, by
As
the
soon
way.
as you said Friends, then I remember.
It clicked. Yeah. Subconsciously, you did get it from Friends.
Yeah.
mate.
It was one of those
Maybe.
subconscious things, yeah.
Maybe.
I was gonna bring one rough topic up, but I'm a little bit too scared about it, to be honest.
Go on, do it. Fucking do it.
It's a really touchy topic, man.
Touch it.
Touch it.
All right, you ready to be touched?
Whoa.
What's your opinion on religion?
We've already touched this, I think, but
Yeah, I don't think it's needed personally. I think with technology and science, as far as advanced as it's become, I don't think that it's needed because that answers all the questions that people never had answers 2 years ago.
Well, yeah. See, I think it's like an old. Imagine like it's just like an old version of like science, not science, but you know what I mean. It was their way of dealing with shit, you know.
Yeah, that was my thing with it as well. I think.
Yeah, it's like.
I think there was a time for it, but the time's
it's
gone.
outdated. Yeah, we need to realize now that we're not like fucking running around with a pair of fucking sandals on our fucking feet or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
like
I think
we've evolved. Like
it's like that really shit Christmas tradition that's just kind of stuck around for too long. Like.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know? Like when you were a kid, it was fun, but you're still doing it in your 40s now, babe. Stop. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the way I feel. I think that like we, as a less mature society, we needed something to cope with with not knowing what was going to happen to us. You just saw all these people dying.
Realistically,
well, it's not just that though. Not just like the fact that I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go to heaven.
It was
like,
based in fear though.
The rules and shit too, man. Like it's so weird. It's so barbaric.
Yeah, but who do you know now actually celebrates Christmas because of the birth of Christ? I mean, I don't give a fuck. That's all I celebrate Christmas for, is to get some fucking Lynx Africa.
Yeah.
I'm
bit of fucking socks, like.
In recent years, I've become the person that really just doesn't want to do gifts at all for
That's
Christmas.
Me now. That's me for the last couple of years.
And
I'll be honest.
You interrupted me, and I'm just
Sorry.
gonna say it. Elro. I'm just thinking to myself, like, what is the point? And I like me and Eve, we didn't buy for each other last year, and I just felt better. Like it's just like, have you seen a money saving expert? What's his name? Martin Lewis, is it?
Yeah.
He did a thing about like just free your friends from the burden of having to buy you gifts back.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a burden, right? Like,
it is a burden because
like you speak to people about Christmas, right? The first thing they say, I
can't afford it.
Fucking shopping. Or like, I have to go shopping.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing they say about Christmas. It's not like, you know, spending time with family or whatever, you know.
It's literally,
I'm going to buy presents. For me, it's literally another day with just a cooked dinner, like.
Yeah, I love the fact that like
I like cooked dinner.
It forces you to be around the family that you don't have time for, inverted commas, in the year. Like, do you know what I mean? You just
but see, this is the thing.
I don't mind the family aspect.
But with regards to the materialistic element of it, yeah. Now, like, I don't need anything for Christmas because if there's anything I need, I buy it throughout the fucking year.
Yeah, and I'm really expensive.
What I'm getting for fucking Christmas is just going to be things that I'm potentially not going to use. I've used Lynx Africa and I'll use socks.
Everybody knows I love a sock, boys.
A fucking good sock.
Love a good
but,
sock.
I mean, the reality behind it is people are going to buy you things. So you buy a family member something and they buy you something back. And it's just...
And that's it. Yeah, it's just like tit
for the sake of it.
Actually,
yeah, it's just like this sounds pretty fucking, I don't know, AIDS to say, but like people buy me shit. I'm like, all right, cheers. Like that's what I've got to now. It's like, why? Like,
yeah,
why
because it's just
don't do it.
It was
because now I feel like I have to fucking buy you something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're putting a burden on you, like, and you look at it, you know this cost 15, 20 quid. So like, right, I've got to spend at least 15, 20 quid on this gift to give them back. But it's like,
right, well, here's a solution. Here's a solution.
Go on.
You open their present first and open it and then go, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I've bought you exactly the same thing. And say, 2 seconds, I'm just going to go and get it.
And then wrap that up.
Wrap it up and then take it back
up. That's a good idea, that is, because then you just return it. Like, that's a fucking genius idea.
Try it.
But I think Christmas now is just for kids. It's just a way to splash it on the kids now. That's the way.
Yeah, but see, this is going to sound bad as well. Like, I'm really struggling to get for the kids this Christmas because, like, everything.
Because you've got 9 4K TVs in their bedroom already.
Yeah. Buy them a packet of fucking Chewits or something.
I'll eat them, man. I like Chewits.
What don't you like that's not Chewits?
Don't know, I'll eat fucking anything. Sprouts. I'll give him sprouts for Christmas.
Sprouts, yeah. What's that kid? Have you seen that kid? He's opening a present. It's like a fucking orange or something. He's just well excited.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's actually like, oh wow, it's an orange, and he's genuinely excited. He's like, yes.
He's probably up in his room, fucking sticking pins in fucking voodoo dolls.
Yeah, people drawn a little face with his father.
Fucking
Like,
candy and orange, candy and orange.
No, but yeah, I think Christmas is a lot of bollocks.
No, I love Christmas with the
I enjoy the
bringing
family
family
aspect.
together. Right?
Yes,
Like,
but I hate the concept of buying things. The thing was, to be fair though, I hate my birthday now. I'm not much of a birthday person anymore. I'm just a miserable fuck. I just realized I'm turning into a miserable. Like, I don't celebrate my birthday now. I try not to. I'm just like,
Yeah, I don't tell anybody it's mine. And then they go, if they find out, they go, happy birthday. And I go,
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean, like, the thing is,
And there's the old thing then, a couple of days after, everybody wishes you happy birthday. And then you go, like, after a couple of days, oh, sorry, it's a bit delayed. I haven't had a chance to message you all individually, but I'm
and that's
thanking you
bollocks.
for messages.
Like, the people, like, nobody cares really, do they?
No.
Like, that's the thing. Like, you see people writing it on your Facebook, happy birthday. You don't really care though, do you? Let's be
No.
fair.
I don't write happy birthday to anyone on Facebook
You
because
wouldn't take the,
if I'm not seeing you that day, we're probably not that close anyway. Do you know what I mean?
so you wouldn't wish me happy
Or if
birthday?
I haven't got your phone number, if I
I
got your
always,
phone number, I'll
hey,
text
hold
you.
on, I always wish you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
but do I wish you a happy birthday back?
You
No.
never wish. I don't think you've ever wished me a happy birthday, Dan.
Yeah, no, exactly. I ain't got
But
your phone number.
I understand. Yeah. Why? Well, that's true actually, mate. We've known each other for like what 6 years and never once.
I literally just realized when I was trying to fucking wake you up, I was like,
Why haven't I got his
I was
phone
like,
number?
Di, have you got Trav's number? Because I ain't.
I think nobody's got my number.
No,
I've
actually,
got a number from about 7 years ago.
Yeah, it might be oldish. Yeah, that's my old
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it went dead when I tried to ring it.
Yeah. But no, fuck the Christmas and birthdays.
I think we're gonna start rapping.
But we were talking about religion, though, weren't
We were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
what the
and
fuck did
another
that-
we? Started off as religion.
Yeah.
Another topic of religion. I just still think nowadays it's just. This might sound a bit like fucking, conspiracy theory shit and all that, but it's just another way to control people in my eyes now.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing.
That's exactly what it's become now. It's just a way of just to control some
I
simple.
feel-
Well, it always has been, though, isn't it?
I
Well,
feel
yeah.
like it's probably holding us back more than it's
Now,
helping us.
yeah,
now.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, we discussed this, didn't we, with regards to like stem cell research
Yeah.
and
And letting your kid die because you don't want to give him blood, like
Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, it's just
anything that happens like that. I just think like just sit down and listen to yourself. You like,
if you both get a chance, listen to Christopher Hitchens on YouTube.
I like Christopher Hitchens.
Absolutely amazing bloke. And his attitude was, he said, "Look, I've got no problem if you want to have religion. It's you a toy. You fucking play with you a toy,
Yeah.
but don't bring you a toy around my house
Try
and
forcing
expect
me
me
to
to play with your fucking toy.
play it. Yeah.
And don't bring your kids round the house and expect your kids to bring their toys for my kids to play with your toys.
Keep your toys in your house. like.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know,
fuck
it's-
off. Keep your toys."
the thing. I don't get why. Like, I really don't understand why we still hold on to it so much. Because there's some serious devoted people to it, right? Like actually scary shit. Where they just freak me the fuck out. Like, they can't say,
There's-
"God blesses you, son." I'm like, you what?
Yeah,
man?
there's a difference between somebody having something, right? So the thought of dying, or the people are not frightened of the thought of dying. People are frightened of the thought of like
Not
what
existent.
laughter.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
scared.
exactly.
I'm just scared of nothingness. That's what I am. I don't want to be
So-
like nothing.
Yeah, but you can't be. It's a non-experience, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna be dead, mate. I won't experience anything. But yeah.
But when you fact out, watch the film The Art of Lying, yeah?
Hmm.
Ricky Gervais. And basically in the film, he's the only person who can lie.
I think I've seen that actually.
But then it's fucking brilliant because like his mother's dying in one.
We lost you again, mate. Then.
His mother's dying, and she says, "Oh, what's going to happen after I die?" And he fabricates this story that she's going to go to this special place.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Now, so I can see from the perspective that it does give people a little bit of hope, but when it starts going to the point then that it starts restricting your life, which is
It's bullshit.
essentially what it can do.
Yeah.
You're restricting your life on the promise that the afterlife is going to hold something better.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you put in all of your fucking eggs in a basket that you don't even know exists.
Yes.
So your eggs are just going to drop on the floor and crack.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just a weird.
Are we still talking about eggs?
I'm
I
hungry.
don't know. I think we just
The
work
symbolic
weirdly.
eggs.
Yes. Egg symbols.
Yeah. So no, it's a strange one for me. It's like I wouldn't say I'm an atheist in that sense. Why is Rubiza ringing me now?
I'd say I don't believe nor do I disbelieve in like.
No, I'd say I'm open to now. Bearing in mind when you factor like Christianity's perception of God. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's just a name given by fucking man.
Yeah, but it is.
But that doesn't mean, but on the basis that I'm an agnostic, that I think, look, there is potential that there is something there, but I'm not willing to turn around and say that it's playing a fucking harp up in the sky.
Yeah, see, I don't think if
You know what I mean?
if there's gonna be any like quote unquote God, I don't think it's how we think it is.
Oh no, I wouldn't say it's this fucking
White fluffy guy sitting in the
this
fucking
no, that it's this celestial fucking being with conscious thought.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like when you also factor then how vast the solar system is, yeah? With regards to, fucking hell, you look how many people are on Earth. And we are just fucking a bit of a
Where's
fucking
Ruby's
piece of
phone
dust.
We are a speck of dust here.
What do you want?
There has
Are
to
you
be
gonna say
something
something
more
you're gonna
than
do?
just
Look up, man.
existence from us.
Yeah, whatever. Ruby's
Our
just got something to
existence.
say.
There has to be more than
Has he
just our
legit just muted
existence.
me in my
Well,
own
see, the thing
podcast?
with me is I can't stand people who doesn't believe in like not like aliens. Like you cannot think that we are literally the only life form or like
No.
intelligent life form in this in this fucking vast. There's no way, no way. They
Oh,
can't
no.
be.
But see, this is another thing. I mean, Dan spoke this, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, like said it basically. He's like, he said, "Oh, what do you think about the potential for other life forms?" And he's like, "It frightens me because if somebody had the technology to be able to get to us that we don't
They'd
have,
fuck us up.
they'd be so far advanced that we'd be as insignificant to them as a fucking ant or speck of dust is to us.
Like that's what I mean. They
We'd have no
probably
value in it."
like they
We'd
probably
have
don't
nothing
give
to
a
offer
fuck.
them if they came here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, that's my thing. Like if let's say some boys just passed over now, they're just flying over the lads. Like
yeah.
they're probably gonna look at us and think like there's literally zero. Like why would we even bother going there?
Yeah.
Like if they're flying about, there's just no reason for them to come and say hi.
Well, it would be like us trying to fucking converse with an ant. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
this
but
is-
we wouldn't because we think, oh, they're just fucking stupid. Like,
Fucking ant. Like
fucking look at that crap ant. Like, fuck him.
I hope,
I'm not
I
giving
hope-
him any of my time.
Like, so what do you think's the future of the human race? How do you think it's gonna play out? Do you think we're all just gonna? Do you think it's gonna be like in the movies where we fucking expand out to fucking space, or do you think we're all just gonna like die on Earth?
Well, if,
I think they will probably terraform.
if Elon Musk gets his way, it's happening soon. Like,
That guy's a fucking genius, by the way.
yeah.
But
They
yeah,
will probably terraform somewhere else. I mean, on the basis of like, what do they say? Like, with regards to how much time the Earth has before our fucking sun just basically like.
a long time, like.
But see that is gonna come. It's not gonna come in our millions of fucking years, right? But then you also got to factor then. Well, what? You'd like to think that humanity isn't just gonna fucking fizzle out, wouldn't it? Yeah. So on the basis, let's go fucking millions of years in the. Well, where would the potential be then? Would another planet be terraformed for us to exist on it?
What do you mean, naturally or by us?
Well, we'd have to do it, wouldn't we? I don't think.
Well, I don't think it'll be a billion years. I think within the next like if you look at our like another thing that blows my mind is the technology, like how fast we're like how fast
Yeah,
our
but-
technology is going. So
Yeah, but I
think,
don't think
like, the
we're
next-
never going to have the
1,000
ability
years-
to be able to travel at the speed of light.
But you can't, can you? Because
No.
your matter would.
Yeah.
unless you're Barry Allen.
Well,
yes,
of course,
unless
yeah.
you're Barry Allen.
Unless you're fucking.
So,
out of
like,
the
we'd
mind of fucking
physically
Spike
never
Lee.
manage that. And he travel at the speed of light. Our fucking, like, Earth's twin, they call it, yeah? Is it 1.68 Kepler? Kepler
Oh.
1.68F?
I
Or
don't know.
186F?
No idea.
Basically, they're saying that it's Earth's twin. It's got all the characteristics of Earth.
Yeah.
But it would take light years and light years and light years to get
To
there.
get
Kepler
That's if we could. That's if we could travel at the fucking speed of light. Now, that's never gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, but what if we see? See the scenario I think will happen is Elon Musk is gonna build a fucking serious space station. I think that's how will happen. We're gonna that's how we will if we ever expand to different fucking planets, we'll make some sort of space station and just fucking fly around like a bunch of fucking idiots. Like it doesn't have to be at the speed of light, right?
Like Star-Lord.
Yeah. Like we just be floating about
Yeah.
one
What if
big fucking like Earth. Oh wait, Earth's dying, so we're gonna make like a fucking space Earth. Like
Like a Death Star.
yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
quite
but
cool.
where'd you get the food and stuff then?
Well, we'll fucking buy your chambers or something, innit?
Yeah, that's what we'd have to
Like
do. We'd have
organic
to-
fucking thing we'll grow on the space station.
Okay, does that technology work now?
We'll make fucking greenhouses. What do you mean?
Greenhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
we
we
just
need, but we need
Buy your
like,
chambers. I don't know if the technology could exist now,
fuck
but I
knows.
don't think it's far. I don't think it's not too difficult, right? To fucking set up a perfect humidity or something.
But see, the thing is, then it begs the question with regards to like fuels and stuff like that, right? You'd have to come up with some way of creating more fuel than you use.
Hmm.
What's the name for that, Dan?
What's that?
Well, no, you wouldn't need the fuel though. You'd float. Well, actually, the issue. Well, how are we going to power the fucking Death Star, Earth Star?
Well, this is the fucking
I'm
problem.
not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
but
boys.
what's it-
There's a guy in work, right? Who
What's it? Yeah, but what's it called?
What
Is
are you
it called
talking about?
perpetual motion?
What are you talking
I
about?
think
now?
so.
Sorry, I'm half in on this conversation because there's something happening in work that's annoying me. So say it again.
As a general fucking fact is that we will never be able to create more energy than we burn
Yeah, you
in a
can't.
consistent
no,
cycle.
No, there's no such thing as perpetual energy. No, it doesn't exist. It can't physically exist because you need energy to create energy. It's just the transfer of energy. So like a
Yeah.
perpetual motion machine would never ever work in our physical world.
No.
But in space, you have
In space, you can just
in
float.
space you have there's less things acting. There's less forces acting on you in space because there's no gravity.
Gravity and shit like
And
that.
there's
yeah.
no wind resistance. So in space, I assume you could have energy that's created over a longer period of time, but it wouldn't be perpetual. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So like the energy, say there's like a spinning thing that causes what's it called? That would cause like a friction.
Yeah, but would you get that in the absence then of like no fucking
Well,
wind? Like,
But that's what I mean. You could spin it, and there would be the only action that would be stopping it is the friction, so it would eventually stop anyway. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. There's no such thing as perpetual energy because you have to use energy.
just
to create
imagine
it.
the guy now standing on it, like lubing it up, like so it doesn't stop.
Yeah, but even the slightest, even the slightest bit of friction is eventually going to stop it, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
this
yeah.
is deep now.
The only
This is
thing,
fucking
the
really
only
deep.
way that this would work is if you were using human power. So like to live on the Death Star, you have to do a shift
The
on
Earth
the
Star,
treadmill,
yes.
like
Oh, that's so we so we'd have all right then. So let's say we put
instead of jobs, like one of the
6
jobs,
billion,
one
so
of the
you'd
shit
be
jobs.
running every now and then
Yeah. So
to keep the shit
you'd have
moving.
a
Like.
generally healthy populace
Yeah.
because they have to do like
Like
a
Gravy,
bare
you are
minimum.
fucked. You ain't coming on the Earth Star.
Look out, we going down! Glenn missed his shift! Get on that, you cunt! Get on the fucking treadmill,
And
you
it's like,
cunt!
on Christmas, coming up to Christmas, everybody gets busier because they got to light all the trees. So like the energy,
Oh my
the
God.
energy usage is up. So like people people on the Death Star is like, fuck, I fucking hate Christmas. Why? Because
Like a double shift!
yeah, and you're only allowed one Christmas tree per fucking flat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's just one Christmas tree per fucking. This is the whole thing lights up. The
yeah,
Earth Star lights
the
up as a
Earth
Christmas
Star
tree.
is the Christmas tree. It's like the bauble on the top of the universe Christmas tree.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we do ever expand it, like, anyway, I think that's how we tried to do it. I think we tried to build an Earth Star, get some people on it, and then we tried to fucking, we'd set out, all right, we take off, whoop, 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 and then we'd run out and die. Because we realized, shit, we don't have enough energy to fucking power this thing. Wait there,
The
let's
thing
chuck
is, you-
Gravy on the
That's the
treadmill.
thing now then. What if we found a fucking planet, yeah? That would give us Superman-like powers.
But how would you, again, like,
How will we get to that planet?
yeah,
Well, I don't know, it's just fucking...
it's just out of the realm.
Like, it's just out of the reach,
Yeah,
like?
yeah,
or
Yeah,
like-
no, I
that'd be
know,
tempting,
I'm not
wouldn't it?
expecting it to be a fucking reality.
No, yeah, but like, I mean, give us a bit more fucking context. Like, support
Well,
the lift.
how cool would it fucking be?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
it'd
rather
it'd
not be
cool
Superman, to be honest.
If you just went there and your dick went to the exact length that you would like it, but like it doesn't exist, does it?
Well, no, I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
in
but we
this
can still
conversation.
let's fucking
Let's hypothesize.
yeah, but just for the fucking sake of argument now, let's just try to fucking disregard the fucking thing behind it and just get into the mindset of it. Otherwise, you're gonna be fucking fun when you're watching fucking Marvel superheroes, like.
Well, like-
that's why I've stopped watching it. I just people.
Oh, there we are. Like,
I'm
that
not-
would never work
No,
in
I'm
reality.
in the cinema like that is
Bus-
not realistic.
Spider-Man slinging about. Yeah, that's not realistic.
I was trying to
No, but,
think of the pigmentation, like the anomaly with Thanos' pigmentation that would turn his skin that colour. It really bothers me actually.
Fucking
I'm
hell.
releasing an 18-page paper later on this week about why Thanos can't exist in our world.
See, I think if that
Maybe he's like a parrot.
if that happened,
Feed them different seeds, and then I
Different colour.
think gives them different colours.
Maybe it's
Dunno.
possible. I think we're just getting a bit fucking mental now, to be honest.
but anyway, back to the topic of I think that would drive us all nuts. To be honest, I think
Well, if we could all fly and stuff.
if we all like got Superman-like abilities, I think we'd all just we wouldn't even kill each other because we'd
That would just be it would be the norm then, wouldn't it?
But
You'd be
well,
like,
no,
I'm late for work.
I think it'll just be constant fuck. Like, imagine like the power-hungry twats then. Or...
Yeah, you wouldn't live. It would be like a dystopian future because like if everybody had that power, even the cunts have got the even the silly bastards have got the power. The
All
people-
right, let's
even
change
the
it
people
then.
that burn the effigy of fucking.
Let's change it.
Go on then.
Go on.
Us three now. We
We're
all
on
go
the
to a
Earth
different
star.
planet. Yeah,
Right.
but it's only us three. And there's billions of others who've come with us. But it's only us three who've got the fucking superpowers.
We've been selected like
No, yeah, we've just,
by the
like,
Speed Force.
yeah. So it's only us.
Well, right. I don't want the Superman powers. I want the Flash powers. Do I get to choose what powers I have? Or
yeah,
is
but we
Is
don't
there
know
like
if,
is there just like a splash screen with a menu for you to choose your
yeah.
powers?
Can you like?
No, I tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You get there, right, and you get a notification on Facebook, and you got to open it up, and then there's 6 pills, right, and you
Oh,
got to
yeah.
choose what pill you would take, but it isn't
Does it-
hypothetical this time. So you.
But it
just,
doesn't
Like,
tell you which is on it. Like, does it tell you?
oh no, it tells you underneath like, oh, all girls fancy you. Never need to sleep.
Right.
Fucking like that. Do you know like the fucking stupid shitty Facebook things that you get? But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
you
yeah.
think it's a joke, but like, oh, Gravy just said, pick from a hat. There's just like a. There's just like a.
Like a raffle.
There's just an
No, we just get up to a planet each, and there's just 3 hats sitting
There's an
there on each
omnipotent
planet.
being stood in front of you just with a big bowler hat, and he's just like, pick one in, and then you pull, and it's just like a piece of shit paper from a notepad.
But what kind of options? Is there any bad options in that hat?
super strength, but every time you lift something and use your strength, you shit yourself. So it's an awkward one, isn't it?
Well, I would. Do you know what I'd do? I'd get a catheter put in.
Just wear a nappy,
Bum.
like.
Yeah,
Bum.
I just put a cork in
Not
my
a
ass.
catheter. That's pissing out. The other one.
Wait, am I also superhuman?
Well, no, well,
That's a different
you'd have super strength, and you'd have super durability, wouldn't you?
You get
Right then.
you're
so
superhuman.
if I have super durability, then I'm gonna put a cork in my ass so I never shit myself.
But
it's
that,
not
mate,
gonna- it's
that
not
would
gonna
go.
do anything.
If
Yeah,
you
but it's
get a
gonna come out your
backlog,
fucking mouth then, isn't it?
Well, no,
Get a
I'll just go. No, I'll just go home at the end of the night and just bleh, let it all out.
No, your intestines and stuff like that would be so fucking powerful
yeah.
that it wouldn't.
Be
Like
like a
you'd have
coiled-
to get like a super, what do you call it?
All right, then. What about if you have super speed? You have jelly legs. You have like fucking. Like,
just
you know-
wibble it round in a circle, like.
yeah, you know, spaghetti when it gets all that. Yeah, you got spaghetti legs.
Yeah.
You got
The
super
cartoon
speed, but
ones.
spaghetti legs. Yeah.
Yeah, here's a thing then, right? You have 3 powers, right?
Right, 3 powers.
So super strength,
Hmm.
but every time you use your super strength, you shit yourself,
Yeah.
right? Immortality,
Hmm.
but everybody thinks you're a cunt. So
You
like
think-
for the rest of your
I'll-
life, no,
That's,
everybody
that's
thinks
too
you're a cunt.
easy.
I would
That is-
just
nah,
be
that's too
immortal
easy. I'd just be
Dan
the
then.
immortal one,
Yeah.
yeah, and just whatever. I'm happy with that.
Everyone thinks I'm a cunt anyway.
No, you gotta think of something else. That's shit, that isn't it?
All right, okay, right. Invisibility,
Hmm.
apart from your cock. Yeah.
Oh right, no
Yeah.
immortality, but to be immortal, everyone you touches dies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So all right. Wait, then. Wait, are they gonna?
You
So once
essentially
you-
take
wait,
their
wait,
life
wait.
force.
Yeah, but when you take the immortality, is it the past people you've touched or the people you touch next?
From that day, because I'd be fucked.
So basically, then to keep your immortality, you have to drain other life sources.
Yeah.
So what happens if you didn't touch anybody? Will you lose your immortality?
I don't know. I didn't think that deep into it, but to be honest,
Yeah,
I would
can
think.
tell.
I would think. Well,
Well,
no.
come on, then, quicker.
No, you're immortal anyway, right? But
Yeah.
you're not draining anybody's life thing. It's just you touch somebody, they die.
Oh, so there's
Well,
no game for you behind it. Then it's just like a
So
total.
you just wouldn't touch anyone. Like,
Yeah.
So you're like Rogue from the X-Men.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like I'm saying physical contact. It isn't like, oh, if there's a glove between us.
So it doesn't matter if you're wearing like a glove or anything. If you just
No.
touch someone, they die.
Nah, clothing
It's-
doesn't stop.
That's rough. That is. That's
Do
like
they, do they just drop dead, or do they melt, or do they combust, or
I reckon it's painful.
like melting?
Yeah.
And what's the third
Actually
one? We have to do the third
No,
one.
so what happens is they turn into the thing that they last ate.
I want to just run around touching everyone.
Yeah.
Fucking just watch people turn into pieces of fucking
And then
Smarties.
you accidentally touch Grave and he turns into a cock.
Right.
Again.
About the invisibility. When how big's your dick? Or
Someone turns
like-
into your mum.
Well, I think I'm a grower, not a shower.
that's rough. That is.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
So it's a grower, not a shower.
it's a
like.
grower, not a shower.
Yeah, what are we talking about now?
Cock.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking about cock growing and showing, but is this the third?
When you're invisible. No, when you're
Well,
invisible,
you're
your dick's
invisible.
only showing.
So you've got the potential then. If you're a grower, you'd really, if you were that bothered about it, because people wouldn't know whose cock it was.
When,
you'd have to
how
get
how
a-
would they know whose cock it was, man?
Well, exactly, because you'd be invisible, wouldn't you? So if you
So they won't know.
really
Just don't talk.
So, well, you either got the option of you go round with like a little flaccid penis, or you go
Well,
round
the
with
thing is, I
like
got
big stronger,
mine's pretty easy to identify. I got freckles on mine, so I'm fucked.
because you're ginger.
I got 3 freckles.
He went
pointing
to
in
have
an arrow.
Trav tattooed on it, but it only got the T and the R, and then he had to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's me, boys.
Oh, good. So a friend, Tur.
Right.
Hello there, Tur.
I think I don't know what I think I'd take the immortality, to be honest, just to fuck with people. Yeah,
Yeah, but then you could never have human contact ever again.
I don't like humans.
Yeah,
anyway.
here's a one for you then, Trav. Super
Mhm.
speed,
Mm.
But you're blind.
but you still.
Run into shit.
Oh, sorry.
That's actually a good one, Dan. That is super speed, but you're blind. That's actually a good. Yeah, that's actually.
You could run
That's a
fast
good
as
one.
fuck, but you're running through people's fucking living rooms and shit. You're like, fuck, where am I? You're in the middle of the sea. You're like,
Super
fuck.
speed. You just fucking. Oh no.
You just run into little toddlers in prams and shit. Fuck them up.
Just run to a fucking hospital and kill everyone. Yep, sorry. I think I'd take the super speed. I wouldn't just be blind as fuck.
Or
Right old laugh.
right, just
No,
think
no,
about
no, no,
that
no.
then.
You got super speed, right?
Yeah.
But your eyes are on the back of your head.
You can only run backwards.
Super
No,
speed,
but
right?
you
No,
could
no,
only run.
wait,
You could only run super speed forward.
No,
So
no,
the only
super
thing that
speed.
you can see is fucking is what you just left behind, like the bits of body that you've ran through and shit.
Oh my god, super speed. You have really stretchy skin. So when you're running, there's just like a waft of skin just running on the street. Like, what the fuck?
This literally. We went from like a very
Or the power of
serious,
flight.
serious
The
talk.
power of flight.
Go on.
Yeah.
You can fly.
You gotta fart every time.
Yeah, you've got to keep farting to keep you up.
Yeah, but that just
If you
wouldn't
don't
happen.
fart, you
wouldn't it?
dip down.
Like that, unless you have superhuman farting abilities, then you just wouldn't do. Like the ability to jump really high, but you have to jump off a person. You have to use a person as a springboard. Like, imagine being the sidekick to that superhero. It's like step man, and all you have to do is just get on your hands and knees.
Give me a vault boy.
Like literally, all you have to do is just be there, just for him to jump off you. And Rubik said, yeah, just to make it better, you have to land on a person as well.
Oh my Fucking hell.
This has gone fucking. This is spun right out of control. This one has.
It does.
There's a guy on YouTube, like I like him, but he basically just fucking rubbishes like superheroes.
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
He goes through it and tells you how it can never work like.
But with long blonde hair,
Is it Kyle?
maybe.
Science for Kyle?
Yeah.
He just basically breaks it down and just basically ruins everybody's dreams
Yeah,
of
so why you
superheroes.
want? Don't
And
watch
how
that.
when he said about stop in time, have you seen that one? And it's
No.
like everybody would love to stop time, but like you'd be blind for a start because light would stop traveling into your retina, so you'd be blind
Yeah.
as fuck. And then there was just loads and loads of things. It's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and he said that about if you could go invisible as well, he'd be blind if he went invisible.
Yes,
Why?
because your eyes.
Because your eyes would be invisible and then they wouldn't reflect light.
Yeah, so you'd be blind.
You'd have to be fucking blind apart from your eyes and a pair of glasses.
The
I'd have to have
floaty-
a pair of glasses. Just floaty lenses, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you just don't appear to other people?
But you're not invisible then, are you?
That's
Oh,
what
you are.
invisibility
You're
is.
gravy.
You are invisible. If you're not appearing to other people, that's invisible.
Oh, did that joke just fall on deaf ears then? Yeah. Oh,
I
God.
did. I'm sorry.
He said invisible to other people, and I said,
I
"Oh,
just
you're
fucking
gravy."
smashed his theory right open. Yeah, what if you just don't appear to other people? That means you're invisible, correct or not?
Well, no,
Well,
because
you're
what about
invisible to
cameras
them.
then?
Huh?
What about
Still appearing on
CCTV?
camera, isn't it?
Well, no, because you're invisible.
Yeah, you'd be invisible to other people. This is what you're saying, right? So
Your
the
body
image,
would be
the
invisible.
image that is taken by the camera has you in it, and then they are looking at an image of you, not you.
Yeah,
So-
but what if I'm fucking camera proof, dickhead?
Okay, good. Yeah, fair. Camera proof. Yes. So basically, what you're saying
I
then
just
is you're
patched
invisible.
myself.
You're invisible
Yeah.
then.
Alright, then what if I'm invisible, but my eyes. No, that'd fucking creep me right out. Can you imagine that? That'd creep
Just
some
said the
people.
Just see your
eyes, like-
floating eyes and the connections, and then God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like
Alright,
that.
this is a dumb topic now.
I think we have to wrap it up anyway, boys. You know, we're on hour and a half now. We're going back to old school podcasts times now.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
yeah.
I do have to wrap it up. I need to sort something out in work, and I need to speak to my mother because she's texted me as well. I've been a fucking busy boy here. It's good having like nobody here because I've got about 4 windows open. I'm actually getting a bit of work done as well. That's why you lost me with the
Awesome.
spacing earlier. I was in a fucking full-on conversation with somebody else.
But I do want to say, anybody got any good fucking ideas for the Earth Star? Let us know. We'll start building it.
I think so, yeah.
Because I think it's a good idea. It's a good project.
This
good
spun
project.
right out. We had some seriously, like some genuine
Conversation.
deep
into fucking.
conversations.
I mean, of
into-
course, Di brings it up too. It had to be him, didn't it?
Yeah, it has
What?
to be die.
It could be a planet where we get superpowers.
To be fair, we were talking about making a Death Star before that, so I don't know if thing. But yeah, this has been the real Trav. I think the Trav that we saw last week was a little bit not real. Like it was a bit. One, you had an accent. I don't care what anybody says. You put an accent on last week.
Yeah, but the thing is,
You're trying to-
Oh, hi, my name's Travis from Dallas, Texas, y'all.
no, the thing is, like, my issue is when I play with like my fucking teammates and that, I have to.
You have to enunciate.
I have to change. All right, boy. I have to change it a little bit.
Yeah.
But when I'm with you, like, it's pretty free and it just comes
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
I'm just
I'll
coming to
forgive
the
you.
conclusion that anytime I'm in, it just becomes like really random.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Well, that's fine though.
I
You
cried
have,
on
like-
a podcast that you weren't. I wouldn't have cried today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I cried of laughter. Like,
I was half crying that fucking the solo one, the first one you didn't show up on.
I gotta like say to everybody though listening that I'm not a
He is a flake.
insensitive cunt.
He's a flake.
What's a flake?
You're a flake.
you.
Well, you
A
didn't
crumbly,
2
a
weeks.
crumbly chocolate.
2 weeks in a row. Like
I
tell
fell
them
asleep.
What, yeah,
It's
tell
not
them
my
what you were
fault.
doing. Tell them what you were doing. Sleeping.
You sleeping?
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, but whose fault was that though?
Yours.
Yours.
Trav's fault?
What do
Because I
you
was
mean, my
ready.
fault?
No,
well, I
no,
was
no, no.
ready
You
at
weren't
9:30.
even. You weren't even ready last time. I didn't hear
Yeah,
from
but
you.
talking out to your bumhole, bat.
No, I was ready at 9:30.
Yeah, you could
That's-
shit
I
man's
don't
back.
And
think
then,
that's true.
and then you messaged and you told me that you couldn't get through to him.
No.
Yes. And then by the time you got through to him, I'd fallen asleep.
Well, you should have come on anyway, shouldn't you?
Well, I like a nap.
Well.
you're getting old now, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Napping,
we'll wrap it
huh?
up here now because
My weary body.
my boss is phoning me as well now. Fucking leave me alone. Like it's a
Tell
Wednesday.
him to stop. Put him on a fucking loudspeaker.
I haven't answered her. I'm definitely not.
Right, come on,
going
if we're
bronze.
wrapping it up, let's wrap
Yeah,
it up.
we'll
or
wrap
we'll
it
do
up.
Go on then.
Shit.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
All the
no.
best.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck are we gonna call this one, boys? I could click.
Wait, religion, death, and Earth
No,
planet.
we'll call
And-
we'll call it Transgender Death Star.
Transgender Death Star superpower gainer.
Owl's Facebook superpowers.
We didn't even talk about the Facebook owl thing.
Gender fluid Death Star.
Yeah, gender fluid Death Star. That's it.
There we go. That's the title, and I'm gonna make a fucking wicked thumbnail for that. I'll try sticking lipstick on the Death Star and pink
Oh, and a
hair.
tiara. And a fucking tiara.
Yeah.
No, that's too female.
I'm gonna
that is.
play
No.
and then
Tiara.
rigger boots.
We're
Rigger
gender
boots.
fluid here, mate.
Rigger boots.
Oh,
That's too female. That is. That's
Rig-
too female.
Right, some lipstick.
Rigger
some
boots.
lipstick.
Big roidy fucking muscles.
Yeah.
And high heels.
Yeah.
A fag out of the corner of the mouth.
And a condom.
A condom on the cock.
Well, no cock, just a condom.
Just a condom.
I'm not gonna put a
Floating-
cock in the
floating-
thumbnail, boys.
A condom floating next to the Death Star. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Filled
and
with
a-
jism.
And a Del Piero beard.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Do not leave the fucking beard out.
No, we'll do a beard. Boys, this is gonna take some time. I'll do like a beard, some lips, like pink hair, and maybe a tiara. And there we go.
And muscles.
And a condom.
Where the fuck? What muscles?
Just put a pair of arms on it.
I feel like I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see though.
Dies arms on.
It'll be a surprise for all of us. So thanks very much for your time, guys. More time than we usually take up, but I hope you learned something from it.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck though.
Fuck
man.
knows what it would be, but yeah. So we'll catch you later on the Angry Welshman. Do subscribe and
Angry
share and all
Welshman?
that shit. Did I just say Angry Welshman?
You did
Oh,
say Angry Welshman.
boys,
Jesus Christ.
That is the first time I've done
That's,
it. There is
yeah,
so
that's
many
so
times.
old too. That's so old.
There is so many times where I've nearly fucked it up on the intro.
Do you want me to do the outro?
Go on, and you do it, mate.
All right, guys. We're now wrapping it up. Thanks for everybody watching on the big fat chat with the boy Dan, with the boy Di, and the boy Yami. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
Bye.